Think of a world of flying islands, ancient artifacts, and a fiery race to the moon. Welcome to another episode of Chimera Games History. This time, we're celebrating the 7th birthday of the release of Skylancer, a free-to-play browser MMO from 2012. At first glance, the game stands out for its extraordinary look. Set on the planet Horizon, where reaching the moon is indeed possible. The game catches the eye with its fantastic steampunk world, illustrated in a comic book style. You start the game as the ruler of a flying island, where you choose a faction and enter the race to reach the moon. The Empire faction is made up of people that are dominant, a bit arrogant, and with a will to rule the others. The Alliance is made up of independent people who are opposed to the Empire. And lastly, you can be one of the renegades, who are free spirits and go wherever the wind takes them. You fight others, gain reputation, invade continents, and collect artifacts to strengthen your faction. To get a hold of the moon though, you need to team up with other players and collectively build a moon tower together. Through this tower, the moon will be anchored to your continent, with an actual anchor. This means your faction will be able to travel to the moon and benefit from all the treasures it hides for a limited time, which, in the end, makes your faction stronger than the others. Obtaining a high ranking is hard, and staying there is even harder. The game made it possible for both competitive and casual players to enjoy the universe, since it offered a diversity of gameplay elements and opportunities for creating strategies. The game was also followed by a spin-off, called Little Islands, a casual puzzle game for mobile, based on the Match 3 mechanic made for iOS devices back in 2013. We talked to Chris and Bernhard, who helped make the games at the time. What role did you have in Skylancer's development?
I was the project lead of the project.
I started as concept artist but ended up as art director in the end.
Complete the sentence. Skylancer was the most blank game I worked on.
Skylancer was the most fancy and elaborate game I ever worked on.
Now I have to say, I agree with Chris, it was the game with probably the most unique art style we ever did, and it had a very special vision that we pushed for it. That was very nice to do.
What were the challenges you had to overcome during the making of Skylancer?
I think one of the biggest challenges from the production side that we changed partners multiple times on this project was a project where we developed more in phases. There were quite some changes in vision when it came one to the art style, also to the game mechanics, how we pulled it off. So in the end, a lot of back and forths and compromises were made at parts.
I guess for me the biggest challenge was maybe not going too crazy on the art style, because of course like back then I did not have so much experience in regards of the target group, the target audience, which is quite important, I would say. And I think I neglected that fact a little bit, but yeah.
When you look back on all the games you worked on until now, how does Skylancer stand out, and what's still very special about it?
Well, it definitely was one of the earliest projects we did here in Chimera, for me as project leads, for us together in doing a free-to-play mobile game. So a free-to-play browser game back in the days mostly. So we still hadn't really figured out yet in some parts what we were doing, and we were still learning a lot on what it means to do a really professional game production, to do a really successful free-to-play game.
And for me, I mean, I haven't been for that long within the industry, but still I think like for me the most special thing about the project is simply the looks, because we totally freaked out.
Thanks for the insights, guys, on this amazing addition to Chimera's portfolio. The game is unfortunately not playable anymore, but you can still visit our website for more information about it. See you next time.